GamePad. Actually, a amazing piece of technology. Streaming high quality video is not an easy thing to do, especially affordably and with no latency. Little to no latency. And the GamePad did that very, very well. So do not be deceived by the sort of toy-like appearance. There is some serious tech inside this thing. So let's take a quick tour, or a slow tour, of the games on my GamePad. As you can see right now, Yoshi's Woolly World is the disc that's in the system. I'm on the 6th world, which to my knowledge is the last world. I'm guessing there's a secret world after. Loving that game. I have this folder, it's just named the star symbol, and it's just menu items. Health and safety info, daily log, which I actually enjoy this thing to see what games I've spent most time on, what days I do and don't game. I don't know why I like seeing that. System settings, Me Maker, parental controls, Wii menu, and Wii U chat, which I have never opened, so I have no idea what that looks like. Then I have a folder for indie games, affordable space adventures. If you can play this game co-op with someone and you like puzzles, get this game. I played it all the way through in co-op with my daughter, and we had a whole lot of fun. Some of the puzzles were tricky, nothing that totally stumped us, and it's one of those games where there is not only one way to solve the puzzle. So, fun open-ended puzzle solving, and both players really have a lot to do to control one ship together. Ohio Beginners Japanese, Japanese language learning app that my daughter wanted. She's teaching herself Japanese. She wants to go to Japan when she's 15, so she started teaching herself Japanese, and she has exhausted this app, but the developers said there will be more content on their Switch version of this app, so we're looking forward to that. Never Alone. Played this game all the way through co-op with my wife. I recommend playing this game co-op. Also, like affordable space adventures. a female protagonist with an animal companion and not set in the United States or a Caucasian country, and that's like my wife's favorite setup for a story. And it's great. It's a great storytelling type of game. Tesla Grad from Rain Games. Super fun game with unique way to tell the story of the game and to teach game mechanics. And looking forward to their next game, World to the West, on Switch. Well, it'll be on many platforms, but we'll get it on the old Switch. 100% did that game. Tesla Grad, recommend it. Momonga Pinball. Cool game, very bright, great character design. It's pinball, responsive. The only thing is, in between levels and in the menus and things, it's very much a mobile app port, and it's unfortunate that they didn't, customize it, make it more dedicated to the platform of a console. Otherwise, it could have been a solid game, but I beat it, but I didn't 100%. The original Tokitori. Bought this when I couldn't get enough of Tipping Stars, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But because I wanted more of a game like Tipping Stars, but Tipping Stars turned out to be more than enough of itself. There's so much content in that game that I never really got back into the mood of wanting to play this, and I didn't play it. My youngest daughter played some until it got too hard, which it does get pretty hard. It's a good game, but didn't get around to it. Fast Racing Neo. High quality game, great ideas, but it is missing some polish, and the AI is brutal in the later difficulties, the rubber banding, and if you crash once, forget it, start the circuit over. Turned me off from becoming, getting further along in it. I didn't get good, but I'll probably pass on Fast Remix on Switch, and wait for Red Out by Saga. I've always loved Sega racing games, and looking forward to trying Red Out. Rimbaud. Really cool game, really cool concept. Not exactly my kind of game, but I wanted to try it, so I grabbed it, and these are cool developers and a really lot of style. Fun multiplayer online. That was my favorite part of it. Chariot. Play this game co-op, and I highly recommend this game. Kind of puzzly, kind of platformy. It's funny physics. This is another one I play with my daughter, like we did Affordable Space Adventures, my older daughter, the one that's learning Japanese. We laugh together. We try to figure out how to solve the puzzles together. Good fun. And there's so much content in this game. We keep chiseling away at it, but we haven't even beaten it yet. Good stuff. Trying to pick that up on sale. Blew through it in a weekend, and it delivered. Looks really good. Played good. Had some good puzzles. Another one of those cool games where there's no one way to solve its puzzles because of the physics engine, and I enjoy those kind of games. Child of Light, not in a folder for some reason. Ubisoft, I know you watch all of my ASMR videos, so make a sequel to Child of Light. Okay, you heard it here. Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. I don't own many Amiibo, so I couldn't make full use of this game. I did play everything I could, because I love Tipping Stars, and I liked from here what I saw more. Like, it was basically a sequel to Tipping Stars, but I couldn't get the full game, or couldn't enjoy the full game because I don't have all of the amiibo, unfortunately. But here's Tipping Stars. Friends, I love this game. I know some people are tired of the franchise, but I feel like this was the best realized, best looking, best sounding version. I 100%ed this game up and down and left and right. Went on the community, online community, downloaded a ton of their levels, played them, got to know the makers of those levels, let them know how I enjoyed their challenges. They're really nice people in that community. Had a good time playing this game. Metroid Prime Trilogy. Probably the best value for your dollar in the Wii U Virtual Console. On the Wii Virtual Console. 3 Metroid Prime games for $20. That's a lot of good game. Jotun Valhalla Edition. Cool looking game, great concept, cool storytelling. The gameplay kind of lost me about halfway through, and I haven't gone back to it. If our eShop purchases carry over to Switch, I may beat it someday. Here's my Super Nintendo folder. Earthbound. I actually rented this game the summer it came out for the Super Nintendo, and I beat it. And then eventually, a couple years later, wanted to play it again, so I bought it, and I beat it. And I beat that copy twice, so I beat the game 3 times on the Super Nintendo back in the day. And now I got it for Virtual Console on the Wii U, and I beat it again. And this time my youngest daughter watched me play it, and she thought it was a riot. You know, she loved it. So, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I beat this on the Super Nintendo back in the day. Didn't beat it here, but I bought it basically to show my daughters what, not my first Zelda game I ever played, but the first one I ever beat, to show them what it was like. The Nintendo folder, NES, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3. My wife bought these, and she plays them, or played them to pieces. Played with her a little bit, but that's mostly her stick. First game I ever remember playing in my life, Super Mario Bros. Game Boy Advance, beautifully emulated on the Virtual Console. Probably the best system to get games for on the Wii U Virtual Console, because the emulation is so wonderful. And it was good for me too, because I haven't been much of a handheld gamer my whole life. I owned a Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and then I stopped there because I realized I didn't play them much, and I wouldn't get many games. So this was great for me because I could play them on my TV, and I enjoyed visiting some of these games. Golden Sun, I got about halfway through, but I feel like I experienced it. But it's definitely shows its age as far as the RPG systems and storytelling, plot twists and things. But it was funny and good time. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Couldn't get into this game very much. The battles with the timing, I couldn't figure it out well. And I researched it, and I asked around, and I asked for help, and read game facts documents and things, and watched videos, and I just couldn't pick it up for some reason. But yeah, not my bag, man. Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. put almost 70 hours into this game and loved it. It's adorable. Got, you know how it does. If you know, you know. That's right. Metroid Fusion, fantastic game. I didn't 100% it. Close though. Beautiful pixel art. I recommend this game. Mr. Driller 2. I have been a fan of Mr. Driller since the Dreamcast. Had Mr. Driller on the Dreamcast, and I've actually had the pleasure of playing Mr. Driller in the arcade a couple times. So we had to grab it on here. We try to beat each other's high scores. It's good. Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. I know that's not the most technical Zelda game. The dungeon puzzles aren't as whatever, but I love this game. I love the art direction, I love the characters, the sounds, and I didn't play this game unless my daughters were watching. Like, we always played it together, and we had a really good time. We had a lot, and they helped me solve puzzles. It was good. Okay. DS. The emulation on here is pretty good too. Was pleased with Kirby Squeak Squad. Beat that game. Didn't 100%, but I beat it. And Kirby's adorable, and it was just puts a smile on your face kind of game. Advance Wars Dual Strike. Really like the art direction in this game, the music, the humor. But I bought it thinking I would have the option to display on the television screen the screen on the DS that had all the action. And then I could show on the GamePad the screen that was just info. But they didn't have that option, display option. So unfortunately, I played it for a little while, but then I couldn't get used to the display options it gave me. So hopefully I can try that again some other time, or there'll be a new Wars game. Wave Race 64. This, after Super Mario 64, is my favorite game from the N64. Played this a lot with my wife back in the day, who was my girlfriend back then. Unfortunately, the N64 emulation on the Wii U is not great, but we got to play the game again and have some good fun and some good memories. Super Mario 3D World, which was, included in this Wii U when we bought it. Great game, high quality game. Not my favorite Mario game. I'm more of a Mario 64 type, looking forward to Odyssey big time. But it was good at what it did. Now, Pushmo, my friends. I know what I'm about to say might strike fear into many hearts, but it must be said that maybe, just maybe, Pushmo World is my favorite game on the Wii U. Maybe. Xenoblade Chronicles X was pretty great, and I know Xenoblade Chronicles X and Pushmo World probably, as game styles, couldn't be farther from each other, but that's how I am. My taste, I don't understand my taste. I just play the games I like. Pushmo World, I beat this game backwards and forwards and upside down and right side up. My daughters made tons of levels and I beat them all. We had a great time. Some of the puzzles were really tough and I'd ask the family to come help. Great memories. Unfortunately, I don't see a bright future for this franchise. Um, because the makers are now Fire Emblem machines, but we'll see. Snipper Clips may take its place. Wii Sports Club, I've actually never played that. My wife and kids play that and they enjoy it. I guess that's those are the games. Let's see what kind of lovely sounds we can get out of this lovely GamePad's loveliness.